Microsoft kind of gave a presentation at the hot chips on their Xbox Series X CPU, but not just their CPU, a lot of other things. And Digital Foundry, we reference them a lot. They make great videos. And I'll link this article in the description. So Digital Foundry did a breakdown of this. So I'm just kind of going to go over the basic things that they talked about. So it has 3 times the transistors as a standard Xbox One, which is pretty impressive. It has 15.3 billion transistors. It has 8 megabytes of L3 cache. It has a hardware acceleration part on the CPU. So that means it's going to have faster video encoding and decoding. It's developed with AMD. So AMD actually worked. Oh, yeah, here's a chart. I'll pull this up. So AMD actually worked with Microsoft to develop this. It can run as a next-gen console in the cloud. So what does that mean? This means that this is fast enough to play an Xbox Series X game in the cloud and then stream it to someone in their house. So that's pretty impressive. Not only that, it can run, one chip can run 4 Xbox One S consoles in emulation at once. So that's pretty crazy. It's custom designed to provide next-gen power, but without too high of a cost. They actually had to be more creative this time because of silicon prices are going up. And it has something important where it's called, let me see if shader feedback streaming. It gives the developers 2.5 times as much capacity to load art in the game. So that means, essentially what that means is that like a lot of games, they have a bunch of shaders and textures that aren't actually loaded because they don't have enough ability to load them. So this gives them 2.5 times as much capacity. So you're going to see older Xbox games that are backwards compatible. They're going to look much sharper and more detailed because those textures were always there, but there was just a bottleneck on the previous generation. So even the older games are going to look better. Now here is something that the gentleman in the Digital Foundry video said was like super impressive. You can actually swap between Xbox One X game states in 6.5 seconds, which means 9 gigabytes of data is being written to the SSD and then being read back into memory in 6.5 seconds. So that's extremely impressive. Now, it definitely utilizes the SSD architecture very well. That being said, so does the PS5. They're gonna utilize SSD technology very well. It is confirmed that the GPU has RDNA2. I won't get into what that is because I don't know. But it's able to do 4K at 120 hertz, and it's able to even do 8K and it has 12 teraflops, 560 gigabytes per second, and that is 2 times the speed of an Xbox One X. So the graphics ability is twice as fast as a Xbox One X, and it's going to fully support ray tracing, but it's going to be used economically. And here's something that's interesting: it has the same power usage as a standard Xbox One. So it doesn't use any more power than a standard Xbox One. And it uses machine learning for resolution upscaling. What does that mean? Well, I think it's going to be huge for backwards compatibility because machine learning is going to be able to find the best way to upscale some of these older games. So you might have older games looking like crazy good in a way that can only be done on the Xbox Series X. And so, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the summary of what they're going to have in the Series X. I mean, what do you think?
I think I need to see games.
Well, yeah. So at the end of the day, it comes down to games. But like technology wise, this seems pretty cool. If you're like a tech nerd type, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not that
Yeah.
type. And so it's as impressive as all of that sounds. It as long as there isn't something to play, if there's something that I'm interested with, then it means nothing.
Yeah.
Like the Switch, not arguably, is the weakest console out of all
Hmm.
consoles, and it has more games that I want to play than anything on the Xbox Series
Yeah.
X. So, I mean, you can have all that power, but if you don't have the games, then what's the point?
Yeah. No, that's true. And as we've discussed here many times, uh, they're definitely going the access route as far as games go. They want to give you as much as they can, although it seems like they're not willing to put out as much money for exclusives as Sony. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
But they own those all those studios.
Yeah, which
They
is
they
which is probably why they can't afford exclusives anymore because they just bought studios. You know?
while you have, who is it? THQ Nordic buying the entire world.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it comes down to games, and I do think that the PS5. I kind of covered the specs loosely before. I do think the PS5 is impressive. Is going to be impressive as well. I just think that it seems like Microsoft is just going above and beyond in the way that they're designing this system. So
But see that, and that's I guess the weird disconnect, in my opinion, is that there it seems to be that they're putting all these resources into creating this
mhm.
system, but at the end of the day, you don't need that system in order to be part of the Xbox Game Pass, the X Cloud service. So
Yeah,
what's the point?
yeah, no, we talked about that, and for those that are unfamiliar, you can actually get the Xbox Game Pass on a PC, and they're definitely working on a mobile variant as well. So
They just need a way to get into those
yeah,
stores.
yeah. It seems like they're trying to instead of focusing on a console, they're more focused on an ecosystem, so to speak. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm definitely going to get the Game Pass though to try out Halo Infinite when it comes out because it's going to be on PC, which is going to be the first time ever a Halo has launched on PC and console at the same time. So. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Games I Speak. If you liked the episode, please subscribe and leave a comment below, and we'll see you all next time.